Hi everybody. As promised in my last video, I said I would go through some prices of what building materials are costing here in the Philippines right now. I'll start out with the rock, the sand, the gravel. Now, depending on where you get it, of course, different prices in different places. But the best price we found was we got 2 loads today of what they call loose rock, and that's about 5 cubics, as they call it, per truckload. And now I'm not sure if that's cubic meter or cubic yards. They just say cubic. But anyway, that was for 2 loads was 8,000 pesos. So about 4,000 pesos each load. So if you average, say, $50 per peso, you're looking about let's see, 2,000 is about $40 a load. Right now, the exchange rate is about 50 or 61, so it's actually cheaper than that. But that, for the loose rock, we put in for the flooring, and then they put the concrete on top of that. The next one is the gravel. We got 15 cubics of that, runs about 1,000 pesos a cubic. Each truck was 15 cubics, so we got 1 load of that and 1 load of what they call mixed sand, same price. It was 1,000 pesos a cubic, so that's what we paid for that. Next is 16 millimeter rebar. Now that price has went up since we started. When we started, they were $3.90 each. Right now they're $3.95. They went up 5 pesos in the last we've been doing this week or 2 weeks. About almost 2 weeks, 13 days today. Not counting the weekend or Sundays. And those are about 20-foot length. They call them 20-foot, but they're actually just a little short, few inches, 4 or 5 inches shorter than 20 foot. So when you calculate that, it's not actually 20 foot, but they call it 20 foot. But a piece of plywood is actually 4 feet by 8 foot. And we use 3 different sizes. We use in 16 millimeter, 12 millimeter, some 9 millimeter, and 10 millimeter. So we're using 4 different sizes. So, like I said, the 16 millimeter, 12 millimeter is running about 235 a stick, or for about a 20-foot rebar. 10 millimeters running about 165 pesos each. And 9 millimeter, I gotta find my paper on that one. I'm sorry I have to go through here looking at my receipts. 9 millimeters, 93 pesos each. So 93 pesos, you figure less than $2 for a 20-foot length of rebar, or a little less than 20. Next we go to, we had to buy cutting discs for the grinder, angle grinder, metal cutting discs. Those run 40 pesos each. We actually, in the beginning, got 1/4 inch plywood, and we figured that wasn't thick enough. But the 1/4 inch plywood is about 420 pesos each. We returned that and got 1/2 inch. And the 1/2 inch plywood is, I think, about 830 pesos a sheet for a 4x8 sheet of 1/2 inch plywood. And that's all on that receipt. go through my other receipts here. Cement. I know I have cement on one of these. Okay, nails. We'll go to nails next. So they sell nails by the kilo, which a kilo is about 2 pounds. And we bought different sizes, but nails are running about 65 pesos a kilo for nails, anywhere from 4-inch down to 2-inch, 1.5-inch, 3-inch, and they were all the same price. A bundle of tie wire. They use wire for tying the metals together for the forms. We paid, originally the one we paid 1,550 pesos. They sell it by the kilogram. I can't remember how many kilogram it is. But it's probably about 6 pounds, 3 kilogram, I think. I'll have to check on that. That's close. And today we bought another roll of tie wire, and that was 1,600 pesos. So it's went up 50 pesos per roll in a week since we started. But they have different sizes. Well, they get, thin, thicker. A lot of people use it for clothesline here, actually. The cement. I'm trying to find the cement. I know it's on one of these, but we're paying, I can't remember the price. We buy, Holcomb is the brand. Wholesome, HOCEM, something like that. But that runs 250 pesos a bag for the cement or concrete, whichever you want to call it. For it's the same as America, 80-pound bag or 40 kilos, and that's what that runs. The lumber, if we'd have bought it from her brother, it would have cost us 66 pesos a board foot, which would have run us 24,000 pesos. But Anne has her own property, her own trees, and had it cut. We had to actually get permits to bring it here. But that was about, the guys charge us 14 pesos a board foot to cut it up for us. But ended up having to pay somebody to haul it and actually try to get a permit to get it here. So that cost us about 4,000 pesos just to get the lumber 3-4 miles down the road to the house, because they have a checkpoint there, and if you don't get the permit, Ann said it's like a 40,000 peso fine. So they're pretty strict on that. Used to be they weren't, but in the last, since we built the house, they've gotten pretty strict on it. So that's some of the things. I can't think of anything I'm skipping right now. Plywood, I think I mentioned all that. Concrete block. I want to make sure I got that right and don't have the price wrong on that. I seen it here a few minutes ago. Okay, sorry, I'm back now. I had to look for the receipt, but luckily I can't find the receipt, but I do have it written in my book here. Hollow block, they got a 4-inch thick and a 6-inch thick. And the 4-inch thick we bought was 14 pesos each, and the 6-inch thick ones were 24 pesos each. Now they're 8 inches by 6 inches or 8 inches by 4 inches is the size on those. And the concrete block here is not hard and strong like the concrete block in America. It's pretty fragile, actually. Okay, for the electrical, I went and bought the electrical supplies yesterday while we're in Ipil. We've got a place there where we buy stuff from, and it's reasonably priced. And like I said before, different places or hardwares or whatever, prices are gonna vary. So prices they find here, you may find cheaper somewhere else, or most of the time you'll find more expensive. We and usually shops around for the best price. So I got the orange flexible conduit to run the electrical wire, and that is 31 pesos a meter, about 11 meters, so it's 341 pesos. No, I'm sorry. I bought 31 meters. It's 11 pesos a uh, meter. I looked at my numbers backwards. Sorry about that. PDX wire or electrical wire. It's not like we get in the USA, what we call Romex. It's got, a black wire, white wire, and the ground wire. Here you run 220. We're not on 110. And it's not 3-wire 220 like we have in the United States. It's a ground and a hot. That's what you have here. So there's no ground wire in any of these. It's just 2 wires. Other than that, it looks the same as Romex, but they call it PDX. That is number 14. I got 14 gauge for the lighting system. Was 56 pesos a meter, about 11 meters of that. So that was 616 pesos. And I got 12 for the outlets, the bigger wire for heavier load, of course. That was 67 pesos a meter. I got 20 meters of that for 1,340 pesos. Now I got outlets like you see on the wall behind me right there, 3 gang outlets. I got 7 of those, and those were 226 pesos each. And junction boxes. I have junction boxes for, of course, running the wire and connecting and routing. Those are 50 pesos each. Now, I didn't get a switch because I already had one here, so I don't have a price on that. But you can figure probably pretty close to what the outlets are. So, in electrical yesterday, I spent 4,000 pesos. It was actually 4,079, but the lady said, I'm going to give you a discount. So she knocked off 79 pesos and let me have it for an even 4,000 pesos. So that's pretty cool. And sometimes if you're dealing with some of these places, and will, even in hardware store, like here they have City Hardware. It's kind of like Home Depot or Lowe's or something back home. Even there, Ann will say, can you give me a discount? And sometimes they'll give you a discount. Or is that your last price? They'll say. And sometimes they'll give you a discount. Sometimes not, but most of the time they actually do give her a discount. Not, nothing great. I mean, not a big, huge amount, but a small discount, which, that helps. So that's the cost of the materials we've gotten so far. We haven't bought the steel decking yet, or that's going to be the ceiling, the steel decking they call it, and then the concrete floor above it, but we'll be using Holcomb cement for that. So I already gave the price of that. So the only thing I'm really missing the price on right now is steel decking. I can't think of anything else. Windows and that we'll be using in grills. I don't have prices on those yet. I did price grills at the hardware here where we've been dealing with, and they said about, I think it was 2,500 a grill, or bars to go over the windows. So we're going to have 4 windows. The window in this room will be moved to the other room wall, and they'll close this window off because I don't want a window looking from one room into the other. So This room will become a small bedroom like the other one there, same size, and you'll have an extra little bedroom here. When it's all done, my studio will go in there, and I'll have a lot more room for my lights, my green screen, and all that. So that's the prices. If you're considering doing construction, that'll give you something to go off of. And like I said, different hardwares, you'll find different prices. You might find some cheaper, and most you'll find more expensive, and different brands, of course. And that's pretty much it. In bigger cities, bigger areas, I don't know what prices might be in Manila or Cebu. Usually everything in those cities are a little bit more expensive. So if you're building in the province, I do believe it's probably a little cheaper. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.